Hello dear students, today in this video we are going to discuss about osmosis with the help of a practical demonstration. So before we begin, let us understand what is osmosis. So osmosis is a process of molecular movement, the movement of water molecules across a semi-permeable membrane in presence of a concentration gradient until it reaches equilibrium. So here for the osmosis to occur, three things are important. First of all, molecules which are movable, semi-permeable membrane, concentration gradient. Okay, so molecules that move across this membrane should have a concentration gradient, right? And the molecule starts to move from higher concentration to its lower concentration gradient until it reaches equilibrium. So once the molecular movement has reached to an equilibrium, that is in both the side of the membrane, if the molecule becomes equal, then there will be no further movement, right? So this is what is about osmosis. Let us see osmosis with the help of a diagram. Here you can see in this diagram, in this side of the membrane, there is the water molecule which is in abundant, the more of the water molecule, whereas the other side of the membrane there is the solute molecule and also the water molecule. Here the solute molecule is more, so you can see that it is a hypertonic solution. So these two solutions are separated by a semi-permeable membrane, right? So in this condition, the water molecule is likely to move from this side to this side through this membrane, right? So it will continue to move until it reaches equilibrium. Once the molecule of water, once the amount of water molecule in both the side of the membrane reaches equilibrium, there will be no further movement of the water molecule, right? So this is what is about osmosis. So here, as I mentioned, three things are important: the presence of a semi-permeable membrane, the presence of the concentration gradient, and it will continue to move until it reaches equilibrium. So once the equilibrium is reached, it will stop to move. And moreover, since the solute molecules are bigger in size, so it allows the smaller molecule, that is the water molecule, to move through the membrane, right? And also since there is a difference in the concentration of the water molecule, so definitely the water molecule will tend to move from the higher concentration level to its lower concentration level. So this is what is about osmosis. So this osmosis, in this video we are going to learn it with the help of a practical demonstration with an experiment. Here in this video I have my students who will be doing this experiment. So let me explain you how can we do the experiment. Here for this experiment to do, we will use potato as a potato osmometer, right? Potato will be peeled off and it will be made into cavity. There will be a cavity at the center and the base will be made flat surface so that it can sit well inside the beaker. So in this diagram you can see how can we do the experiment. We have taken two beaker, beaker A and beaker B, which is filled with water, and inside the beaker the potato osmometer will be placed, right? First, initially we will place the empty potato osmometer in both the cases, and in both the cases it will be filled with water. Possibly 2/3 level of the water should not immerse completely. The potato osmometer should not be immersed completely, right? So you can say around 2/3 of the level of the potato osmometer. Then in the second step, we will prepare a solution, possibly a sugar solution, where we will use sugar and water of 20% concentration, or we will make it into a hypertonic solution where there will be more of the solute and less of the water molecule. So we will place, or we will put that hypertonic sugar solution into the first beaker, that is beaker A, inside the cavity of the potato. And in the second case, in beaker B, we are going to put the water, the same water which we have taken in the beaker, right? We will put the water inside the cavity of the potato placed inside the beaker B. Now we will use pins to mark the level in each of the potato, right? We will mark the initial level of the solution that we have put inside the cavity, right? So this setup is to see the movement of water molecule, means how the water molecule will move, means the water molecule present inside the beaker is likely to move inside this cavity. This is what we are going to find out, right? How the water moves in presence of a concentration gradient, right? Whereas in case B, the water is not likely to move, as inside and outside the concentration is same. I mean, they are isotonic solution, they are of the same level. I mean, there should not be any movement. But suppose even if there is a movement and increase in the level of the cavity, I mean the water level inside the cavity, it will be of negligible rise as compared to case A, right? This is what we expect in this experiment, that in case A there will be increase in the water level as the solution inside the cavity is a hypertonic solution and the water molecule will move inside from the outside surrounding, that is from the beaker where the water molecule is of higher concentration, right? So this is what we are expecting. This is the result that we should see at the end, that rise in the water level as in case A, whereas in case B there should not be any rise, or even if there is a rise, it will be of negligible level as compared to case A, right? So this is what we will see in this experiment. So this will be done by my students. So let us see how they are doing it, and we will come back and see what result we are going to get at the end. So let us see. Dharam, what you are preparing?
Sugar solution.
What is the characteristic of this solution? I mean, what is the nature of this solution?
It has less water molecules than
Solute. Okay. So this is a concentrated sugar solution to study osmosis with the help of a potato osmometer. Here, Vivek is making the cavity in this potato, so as to fill this potato with the sugar solution. The potato cavities are almost done. It's prepared by the girls, and of course the boys also have help. We will see how the sugar solution is made by Dharam. Can you explain how you have prepared the solution? Make it concentrated.
We are students of class 11 science. Today we are studying about study of osmosis in our bio lab with the help of sucrose, and we made some sucrose solution with the help of sucrose and water. We have put more amount of sucrose to make it highly concentrated.
Everything is set now. We have the two potatoes in beaker A and B with the cavity. So in the cavity, the sugar solution will be poured and it will be marked with a pin. The level will be marked with a pin, and in beaker B, in the cavity, we have put the water. This is the normal tap water, and it will be marked with a pin. So the level will be observed after some time, that is after few hours. And check the result if there is any increase in the water level in beaker A or in beaker B. So this is beaker B, and here we have the beaker A. So we can clearly see the rise in the level in case of beaker A. The pin is almost immersed inside the water. Okay, so it has confirmed that water has entered or water moved inside the cavity of the potato, whereas in case B, the water level is more or less the same, right? So with this we can say that the osmosis has taken place, or the movement of water has taken place in case of beaker A. Finally, we have come to an end of today's discussion. We have learned experimentally how osmosis occurs with the help of a potato osmometer. So in this experiment, some of my students helped me in carrying out the entire experiment and also to make this video lesson. So I thank them all. At the end, we have learned that in case A, in beaker A, there was an increase in the water level inside the cavity since water moved from higher concentration to its lower concentration level. Whereas in case B, there was a negligible rise since the concentration of water inside the cavity as well as outside is more or less same as inside the cavity as well as outside the cavity. It was the tap water that we have poured into the cavity. So of course there will be no net movement. And so anyway, with this we end here, and I hope that you will continue to learn with me and you will encourage me to become more efficient in my explanation. At the same time, I hope that you go well with your studies. So with this I end here, but nonetheless I would like to thank my students and all the viewers who are watching my video, and I hope that I come with a better video lesson in the coming days. So with this I end here, and thank you. Till then, take care and bye bye.